Greetings, Earthbound travelers. Welcome to Saturday night's Will of the Dice, Sins of Blood. I'm Tier the DM, he, him, the world's okayest DM, and I will be your guide this evening. Before we begin, a couple quick announcements and some introductions. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. If your discretion is advised, we are not associated with any TTRPG producers, publishers, manufacturers, or creators. And we do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as cigarettes or vaping. Just because we do it doesn't mean you should. We want you to be happy and healthy. Locke?
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm going to take a moment to talk to you about, first, our musicians. The musicians who are providing music for tonight's show. They make our experience better. They make your experience better. They heighten the whole game for us, and those musicians are Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, Epidemic Sound, and Patrick Taylor, our very own Peculiar Patrick. Also, we would like to recognize a couple of our partners in this endeavor. First off, Red Panda Dice and Delights. You can find the link in chat. That is https://redpandadice.com. So you can go check them out. Lots of cool things, cool dice. I got some of their dice sitting right here next to me that I've been using for my characters. Check these out. We got some cool blood red, and then I got a cool metallic swirly. And and there's gonna be more stuff. They got plushies like this little guy right here, and soon some dice bags, some bags to carry your RPG books are gonna be in the shop. So keep an eye out for those. Also, one of our newest partners, NordVPN. Look, cybersecurity is a very important thing, folks. And when you're online, you want to make sure that your information is safe and secure. NordVPN is the top of the game. They're the best in the business. They're going to make sure that your information stays private. They're going to make sure that there is no intrusive people looking at your passwords. If they find your passwords or your usernames on the dark web, they will attack that information and they will remove it and keep you safe. Also, they offer ad protection. They can block ads, unwanted ads that pop up on your screen. They can block all of those. And you can change your location in NordVPN so it looks like you're in different countries than where you actually are. And with that, means you can also, if you switch your location to, say, England, and you turn on your Netflix is going to think you're in England, and you're going to see what's on Netflix in England, which is a lot different than what we have in the U.S. In fact, there are several countries that don't have things like Disney Plus available, and so Netflix has the contracts for all the Disney movies there, and you can watch Disney movies on your Netflix account just by changing your location through NordVPN. So go check them out. You can go to our webpage, willowdice.com, and follow the link there so they know you came from us, and we really appreciate that.
Greetings, gamers. Raph the Mad here, and I would love to speak to you about this wonderful thing called Patreon.com. Go out to your browser, find Patreon, www.patreon.com. Look up Will of the Dice. Subscribe to Will of the Dice. Please help support us. When you subscribe, you get access to After the Rolls, where we discuss the horrible things that Tyr is about to do to us. You get access to interviews with the cast members outside of the game. Where are they? Why are they? What does Ren like to see when no one thinks she's looking? Also, you get access to audio dramas. Right now, we have an audio drama with Tiamia's audio dramas out there. You really should listen to it. It's a good time. You also get access to everything before we hit the YouTubes, the Podbeans, whatnot, before we publish it out to the rest of the public. So please, seriously, folks, get out, go to Patreon, help support this channel. It really does help us out.
And as a special treat, the next 18 subscribers gets a 55 millimeter table shaker D20 from Red Panda Dice and Delights. They are chunky. They are awesome. They are beautiful. And you subscribe, you get one. Also want to give a shout out to our other partner in this endeavor, Phineas Coffee. Great coffee, top tier coffee for gamers. You can check them out at bit.ly / WOTD Phineas. That's WOTD PHINEAS. All right, there's our announcements. Let's get into introductions.
Greetings, gamers. Raph the Bat here again. I am a he, him, and I am playing the voice of Sarek the Blade, the 6'9" Dragonborn, bronze Dragonborn with pearlescent horns. And we're currently ready to get into a fight again with some guards in the port. So you can find me at Vehicle Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'm going to be voicing Nan and her counterpart Asmina. Their pronouns are she, they. Nan is a cartographer, and Asmina's a druid, sharing the same body, and Nan often wishes they weren't. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and tonight I, a he, him, will be playing Lazarian, or Laz, a they, them. Laz is a reborn who appears half elven, is pale of skin, blue-black hair, in a full and dramatic undercut, who has very pale skin and scars all over their body that appear to be some sort of script. They woke up in Keep Gregorian with no knowledge of how they got there or what happened to them before. They've uncovered some vague memories, but not a lot, and are trying to reclaim their past and figure out who they are while trying to save the world with this motley crew. And you can find me on the social medias at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick. A he, they, playing Draft Vitakin. A he, him, Umberkin of 5'6" height. An Umberkin appearing to be an elf with pale skin and white hair. He is trained in the art of assassination, and he came to the material plane as part of the exchange program with Angramora. And he got roped into trying to save the world, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he hopes that it makes a mark in history, and he will live on immortally. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi, Ez. This is Ames. I'm the voice of Brika. We are both she, her. Brika is a 5-foot-tall fairy who happens to be a Luna Fae. She's got lavender skin, indigo-colored hair. She's got 2 green streaks right at the temples and matching green eyes. Currently, things look bad. We had 2 imposter moms, and we finally found the real mom, and now we're trying to get out of here. Let's see what happens. And you can find us over at Twitter at LollyG50.
And I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM, and my pronouns are he, him. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and get into tonight. Are there any last requests?
Not the face.
Always the face. As always, our safe word for tonight is porcelain. And with that, away we go. When last we left the party, they had met with the sages of the Silver Spires. They had determined that the queen was bad thanks to some thieves' cant to one Draft Vitakin. They had been sent to the hot pools by the queen to relax when assassins set upon them. Defeating the assassins, they returned to the library to find all but one sage dead, and that one dying. Actually dying in the arms of the group. Nan, acting quickly, or Asmina, acting quickly, using one of the last remaining diamonds, revivified the sage, who then told them that if one of the stones could be destroyed, it would stop whatever was going on. They found the dungeons, a wrought iron contraption of hell, the cells filled to the brim with bodies. And there on a wrought iron X, crucified was the true queen. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defeated the false queen and some Driders. Go figure, Driders. Wonder what that means. Attempting to escape, they were sneaking through the square of the main marketplace when the sage that was with them dropped something, rolling into a group of guards. The guards looking up and seeing the party, having been given message that this party has slain the queen of the Silver Spires. This is where our story begins, or continues, however you wish to look at it this evening. And this is where we determine you have been forsaken to the will of the dice. The guards begin drawing weapons as the sage begins backing up, the object forgotten. What would you like to do?
Brika is going to speak into the Wispinator. Someone grab the sage. Be ready to run. Don't attack yet. I would like to use 1 sorcery point to use a subtle spell and cast darkness.
Okay. Let's go ahead and flip on over to Owlbear Rodeo.
Okay.
While we're flipping over to Owlbear Rodeo, Dreft will reach out and grab the sage by the back of his cloak or whatever and pull him closer.
Let's see if you are within range, as he did wander away from you all. I'm going to give it to you. As he was backing up. Where would you like to cast your darkness at?
Okay.
Brika?
Darkness has a 15-foot radius, and I can choose an object or a spot. So I want it as hold on a minute. Let me measure. I'm sorry. I want to kind of place it where it's going to be optimal amount of darkness that they have to get through. So we have
it this way. Here is your darkness spell.
Okay.
15-foot radius means 30-foot diameter.
Okay.
You can position it where you would want it.
Okay.
Oh yes, I want to give a special shout out to Kawaii Tornado. This map was actually used in Scions of Oblivion. Kawaii makes beautiful maps. You can find Kawaii on Twitter at Kawaii Tornado. Tell them Tyr sent you.
I'm basically going to kind of set it down right in the middle of the pyramid, like the triangle that guards 1, 2, and 3 make.
Okay.
And that keeps all of us out of the darkness. And once it's cast, she's just going to say in the Wispinator again, run.
You don't have to tell Nan twice. Just give her a direction. Point, and we will go.
Yeah, Dreft will push the sage in front of him and be kind of the last, so be running behind everybody.
Okay, so let me find the pointer here. Pointer. You all came from the center of the map here and went this way to the left. Which way do you want to run?
Do we have to go towards, I'm guessing where this fountain is, that's like the square, is that?
That is on the far right is towards the port.
Okay, well, that's the way we'd want to go, I would think, right?
Well, y'all went left because the sage dropped his thing and went chasing it. It was a round object that rolled. That's why y'all wound up going left. To the right is where the port is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's the way we'd want to go.
Okay.
So we want to go right. That means we want to go this way.
That is correct. You want to go towards the fountain if you're going towards the port.
The larger fountain, for those who can't see.
Yes. The larger fountain. All the way at the far right of the map. So we will be using the D&D chase rules in this. As of right now, you can take a dash action 3 times plus your Constitution modifier. before you begin enumerating points of exhaustion. Let's go ahead and roll initiative so we can see the order that everyone acts in.
It's here.
Yes.
Would this kick off my tireless spirit?
What is tireless spirit?
When you roll initiative and have no uses of fighting spirit remaining, you gain 1 use.
Okay. Laz, what'd you get?
I have a 12.
Draft.
7.
Nan. I'm sorry.
17.
17.
17.
Sarek.
Also at 12.
And Brika.
12.
Gonna be one of those nights.
My dex is a 12 too, so.
Mine's a 17.
So, to tell you how shitty I rolled, you all go before the bad guys. Or the guards. I'm not going to call them bad guys. They're not bad. They're just doing their job. So, we'll start with Nan.
Gonna take the dash action and run like hell in the direction of the port. Nan's speed is 30, so dash would allow her to run 60 feet,
That is correct.
which should put her almost to the edge of the patio area. And that will be her turn.
All right. That'll bring up Brika.
Okay. Yep. Dash action. I also have 30 feet, so it's going to be the same thing. And so she is going to run towards the port. So go through this little, what is that, like a flea market patio thing?
Yeah, it's the market square.
Yeah.
All right. And Lazarian.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna release 2 Eldritch Blasts before I run.
Okay.
I would like to target numbers 1 and 2.
Do you have true sight?
No,
Okay. Then
I
this
have
will be with
Devil's Sight.
Devil sight works the same as true sight. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I no darkness is dark to me. I see everything like it's daylight. So number 1 and number 2. I rolled a 14 and a 16. My Eldritch Blast is a +9, so that is a 23 and a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. So they will take D10.
And which ones were you aiming at again?
Number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Because I have done the measuring on those 2. I don't care how much damage they take, to be honest. Number 1 takes 8 points of damage. Number 2 takes 3 points of damage. But really, I just wanted to make it a repelling blast and knock them both back 10 feet to push them further away from the edge of the darkness that we're on.
All right. So they get a strength save on that, don't they?
Let me double check. I don't think they do. I think it just happens if I hit them. That one's all the way to the bottom. Feet. Repelling blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push that creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line. There's no saving throw for this.
Oh, okay.
Just happens.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. And then I will run. But not a dash, just a normal move. So that's 30 feet. That's my turn.
All right. That will bring up Sarek.
Yes, shouldering the ear, carrying the queen as carefully as he can. He's gonna take the dash action and run like all he can, and that'll put him.
Thank you. I forgot to put the queen on the board.
Oh,
Actually, I'm gonna.
and that'll put him right about there.
All right. And then Mr. Vitican.
Draft is going to use the dash action to move 80 feet.
Okay.
So 25 to 15 to 40 puts him right over there. Oh, I don't want to move the board. I want to move my guy. Zoom. So he was running in the back of the group and now is in front of the group.
All right. And the sage will take his dash action, which is 40 feet. And we'll run to the fountain. That will bring up the soldiers. Move the darkness so I can move them. Need to check something right quick. The sage is in range of the breath weapon. The sage will make a saving throw. The sage will fail his saving throw. Ten points of damage to the sage. He does not look well at all. All right. Nan. Can't hear you, Nan.
Helps
you're
if I
talking.
unmute myself. Sorry. I forgot I'd muted through Discord instead of on my headset. Unfortunately, because Nan is focused on running, she's probably unaware of the fact that the sage has been injured.
Okay.
So she is just going to dash again another 60 feet, which should bring her to the edge of the building that borders the fountain square.
It will. And you will see more soldiers.
As she gets to the edge of the building and sees them, she's going to hit her Wispinator. We have a problem. I don't have any movement left to back up, so that's it.
All right. That'll bring up Brika.
Okay. She's gonna ask what the problem. What do you mean?
Can I answer her?
I'll allow you to give a short answer, yes.
More guards.
Wonderful. So we make a stand. Do. You're a bastard, dear. I just need to say
already.
that. I just need to say that because we haven't had a long rest. Options are slim.
Haven't even had a short rest.
Yeah, no,
At a
we haven't.
short rest. I could do so much.
Yeah. Well, short rest doesn't do anything really for me. I need a long rest. I don't get anything back on a short, but some hit points. And that's the one thing I'm not hurting on at the moment. Knock on wood. Okay. All right. So, we're gonna summon Aberration.
Okay.
And actually, I'm gonna spend the 2. Is it 1 or 2? I'm gonna spend the points to make that, to quicken that, so that it becomes a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 sorcery points. I'm sorry, I had to go look. There. And I am going to summon the Beholderkin.
All right. You can put it where you want it.
Okay.
Where it goes.
It's fine right there for the moment. And hold on a second. All right. Have that up. And then because I did that as a bonus action, I am going to, my action is going to be to put down a level 3 Hunger of Hadar.
You can't do that. Even casting a bonus action, you can only cast cantrips.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, never mind. Then I'll use Firebolt. That's my other cantrip. We'll target. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Well, not distracted. You got me. More guards and everything. You changed my whole plan, sir. That's why I said what I did. Okay, so number 3. I think I can. Okay. Yeah, I got 120 feet on that. So, that's a 18.
18 will hit.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. It threw me for a loop. It took me a second.
No worries.
And that will be 24 points of fire damage.
Holy shit.
It's 2d10. Oh, sorry. No. 14. I can math, I promise. Take 10 away from that.
I was like, wait a minute. How did you get 14 from 2 or 24 from 2d10?
Yeah, that's my bad.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
I'll bring up Laz.
Okay, and that's where the Beholderkin is?
Yes. Little guy, eyeball guy.
Okay, so directly in my path. Would I have any way of knowing that's yours?
It's supposed to be an aberrant. It doesn't look exactly like a beholder. So possibly not.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check, Locke. We'll do it that way.
Okay.
Because you can see Rika. So,
Yeah. 19 plus 5, 24.
Yeah, you saw the somatic.
Okay, and then I saw it appear, so okay. Cool. I am going to take 10 feet of movement to get to the sage, who I'm going to grab by the scruff of the neck and look down at and go, "No time to be shagging, mate. Move!" and shove him ahead of me, and try and drag him with me as I move the rest of my movement, which is 20 more.
Okay.
Gets me to... Oh, no. I can the 50 more feet because I'm dashing. There. So can I successfully drag him with me?
Roll a D100. We'll give it a 50-50.
$43.
That'll That'll be a no. He'll go part the way and then fall down.
Okay, perfect.
He is pretty fucked up from that breath weapon. All right, sir. You're muted, sir.
At this point, not knowing how many guards are in front of him, he's going to take the dash action and pretty much end up next to Nan, going, oh, just right behind Nan.
All right. And that'll bring up Drift.
The conversation that Nan and Rika had, that was over the Wispinator, right?
Wispinator. Yes.
So we all would
everybody
have heard it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Cool. Damn it, Sarek. That's fine. I'm going to use a bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet.
Okay.
That will put me just in front of Laz. Right about there. And then I'm going to take movement of another 15 feet so that I am ending just to Nan's right. And then he's going to shoulder his heavy crossbow and take a shot on guard number 1 in the lower section.
Okay. Lower quadrant 1.
Oh my god. I'm switching out my dice. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh. We will consult the fates and see what happens.
Hope the fates aren't too mean to me today.
Fates be
Your
kind.
bowstring breaks.
Fuck me. Okay. Damn.
All right.
That's Dreff's turn.
All right. These guards will take their movement. Where's my movie thing? All right. This guard is going to attack the aberration.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, they have improved critical, so they crit on a 19 or 20. What is the
Okay.
armor class of the aberration?
They have. Sorry. It's a 16.
16. Okay. So with this two-handed sword, he has to roll a 10 or better. That is a natural 20. I like that dice. I'm using that dice all night.
No, that one needs to go in the corner. It needs to go. Or actually, no, keep using it because you've probably rolled out all your 20s now. So never mind.
That'll be 21 points of damage to the aberration.
Okay.
Second attack. Hits. That's 5 points of damage to the aberration.
Okay.
All right. Guard number 1 in the lower quadrant is going to make an insight check to see if he was actually aiming at them, Dreft, as they are aware that they're in looking for somebody, but they're confused. I rolled a 2. So, no. It was like, what's that guy doing? And I rolled a 1 for the upper quadrant. So, yeah. You guys got lucky there. Okay. So, that'll bring us to Nan.
Nan is honestly in a bit of a panic. Going to let her eyes go white, throwing up her hands and casting Entangle on the group of guards in the top portion of the map in the fountain square. It creates a 20-foot square that she's going to center like right in the middle of them. Grasping vines and weeds sprout in the ground in a 20-foot square. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. They need a DC 16 strength saving throw to see if they are entangled and restrained by the plants.
All right. One quick question here. I'm going to throw Entangle on the board. You put it where you want it,
Okay.
and I will start. What was the saving throw again? I'm sorry.
It's a DC 16 strength.
Okay.
If they pass, then they are not entangled. They're not restrained. If they fail, they are. But either way, it turns the ground into difficult terrain where they are.
Number 1 fails. Number 2 passes. Number 3 fails. Number 4 passes. Number 5 passes.
Sorry,
So 2 and 4 are entangled.
And number 1, I think, right?
Yeah, number 1. Thank you, Patrick. I'm having a bad mental night, so thank you for helping me there. Is that your turn, Nan?
That is Nan's turn.
All right, that'll bring up Rika.
Alrighty. And yeah, the order for Beholderkin there is to go right after me. Firebolt. Let me see. We're gonna do a firebolt on 3. Does a 28 hit?
28 hits.
Alright, that is 12 points of fire damage. And before I end my turn, I'm just gonna make sure 90. Okay. She will use her dash to basically.
Can't dash because you cast a spell.
That's right. Well, I'll use my movement to move. It would put me right about where Laz is. I'd be about halfway to where everybody else is. And then that's the end of my turn. And Beholderkin, they are going to use Eye Ray. They get 2 attacks, but they're going to use Eye Ray. 22 hit.
22 hits.
Okay. 6, 9. That is 14 points of psychic damage.
That will destroy number 3.
Okay. They get second attack, so number 5. Does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay. That's 16 points of psychic damage.
The aberration that you have summoned, blasting number 3 with psychic damage, his mind imploding, dropping dead. Number 5 falling back, gripping his head with one hand.
Like
Is that
Michael
your turn?
Ironside in Scanners.
Yep. Is that your turn?
Yes.
That'll bring up Lazarian.
Okay, so I'm going to take movement, and I move 30 feet to there, and then I am going to cast a spell, and a wall of stone is going to erupt from the ground between the fountain corner in the lower section and the wood pile. Right in there.
You said a wall of stone, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That is this one. Done. That is really big.
That's really big. Mine's only 15 feet.
Really big. Really big show. Really big.
I think you're just gonna have to leave it big because it blends to the it blends to the floor of the ground of the map.
Yeah, I can tell what it is, though. It's okay. All right. Wall of stone comes up.
By the way, I that's a silent image spell, but they don't know that.
No, they don't know that.
So that's what I got.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Zarek.
Seeing a wall of stone appear to the south, blocking off that avenue of approach, he's gonna go up north around the fountain and try and skirt those entangling vines that have been cast.
Oh, hey, Tyr, did the sage not get movement this turn?
Oh, the sage goes last.
Okay. Okay.
So it's not their turn yet.
Just making sure. Because I've now moved twice since the last. No, I've only moved once since the last time I moved. Never mind. I'm stupid.
All right, so cool. That puts him about 20 foot to the corner of the fountain and then 40 foot off to the map with the dash
Right.
action. Correct?
Yes, you run through the entanglement, bypassing the thorny vines that are whipping and gnashing. You smell the salty breeze of sea as you step out from the market square to see the port before you. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn, yes.
I'll bring up Dreft.
All right. Jeff's gonna throw down his heavy crossbow, since it's broken.
When you say
And-
throw down, are you letting go of it and using the shoulder sling, or are you actually unshouldering it and throwing it down?
He's detaching it from the shoulder sling and throwing the heavy crossbow
Okay.
down since it's broke.
Okay.
That'll be his object interaction kind of thing.
Yep.
And then it's going to take movement and dash 15 feet there, and then 20 feet there. 25 feet is off the map. So he is off the map.
I was muted. You will see, along with Dreft, the port, the salty air brushing into your nostrils, the wind whipping at your hair, the crystalline waters of the Gossamer Bay before you. That will
But
bring out.
Do I see the ship though?
You see some ships, not the big ship. No.
Okay.
That will bring up the sage, who will take half their movement to stand. And he can make it a whole 10 feet here. All right, that will bring up the guards. Number 5 will shout, "Stop them! They killed the queen!" As he charges past your Beholderkin to the sage. Misses. Miss. The sage has an armor class of 10, and I missed both times.
And say, does the Beholderkin get a attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Does a 16 hit?
16 just hits.
That's 19 points of psychic damage.
Number 5 looks rough. Number 4 is taking 2 swings at the Beholderkin. That is a 17 to hit.
Ah, that hits.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack is 22 to hit.
Yep.
10 points of damage.
Oh, shit. The Beholderkin looks very limp. He is
Number
starting
1
to
is
deflate.
attacking. That will miss. That I rolled 2 3s in a row. Number 2 can't get in there. Okay, Nan, Esmina, do the ones that are entangled get saving throws on their turn?
Let me double check. Because I think so, but let me double check. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC on its turn.
Okay. So first I'm going to roll to see if 3 and 5 go after Dreft and Sarek, or if they go after Nan or Laz. Ladies first, odd or even, Ren?
I'm pretty odd, so let's go odd.
Odd it is. They'll be coming
Damn.
towards you.
I mean, we're both pretty odd.
Okay, so we'll do the actions for the saving throws first.
And I'm sure it didn't stop them from making it all the way, but you factored in the difficult terrain, correct?
Correct. Oh, no, I didn't. They wouldn't make it to you.
Okay.
Those 3 failed. These 5 are going to fly over the stone wall.
At least I made him think about it for a minute.
Number 2 is attacking at you, Laz.
Yep.
That will miss badly. That is a 2.
Yeah, that definitely misses me.
Second attack is a natural 1.
Ooh, stab your buddy. Stab your buddy.
We will consult the fates. The person to the right. So that is 6 points of damage to number 4. All right. And that will bring us to Nan.
Alrighty then. Well. Hit the wrong button. Alright. All of my bigger spell slots are already eaten up. Esmina's going to look at 1 and 3 to her, for the way she's facing it would be to her right or the lower portion of the map.
Okay.
And if I cast a 15-foot cone in their direction, I'm going to aim it just slightly toward the left side of the map so that it will have Laz outside of it. And
Okay.
she's going to cast Burning Hands because that's not a
Alright.
concentration spell and Entangle
Is
is.
that a saving throw or an attack roll?
That is a Dexterity 16 saving throw.
Of course it would be dexterity.
3d6 fire damage on a failed save or half on a successful one.
And that cone will get 1, 3. You said it's 15 foot?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
and 5. And they all 3 fail their saving throw.
All right, then they all take 12 points of fire damage.
All right. Is that Nan's turn?
That is Nan's turn.
All right, Brika, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. We're going to spend a one sorcery point to make for twinned for my firebolt. Hold on a second. I hate that they have this on a separate page and you have to flip to like 2 different spots to do this. And then, so I will target firebolt, twinning it on 5 and 4.
Okay.
Does 24 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That is 16 points of fire damage on both.
Number 5 is calling back with the 2-handed weapon to take out the sage to finish the deed when they fall dead from your firebolt. The sage is glad he wore his brown pants today. All right, that'll bring up Laz.
Wait, my beholderkin.
Oh,
he's,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. He's barely alive, but he still has something. Does 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay.
Which one are you attacking? Number
sorry,
4?
it's number 4. That's 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And if I move him, he'll get an attack of opportunity now because, yeah, nope.
Yep.
So he'll stay put.
Okay, he gets 2 attacks. What's the second attack?
Oh, yeah, duh. This time I forgot. Good lord. 19.
Hits.
19 points of psychic damage.
And that will do in that one.
And that's it.
All right, now to bring up Laz.
Okay. So I am correct in assuming I am only engaged with numbers 3 and 4. Is that what their numbers are? 4 and the
2 and
guy
4.
who stabbed 4.
Number
Yeah,
2 and number 4.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Eldritch Blast. That is a 22 and an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
So they will take. Back here, die. Number 4 takes 10 points. Number 2 takes 9 points of force damage, and they both get knocked back 10 feet.
Okay. Realizing the wall was an illusion as they are knocked back.
And then I am going to haul ass 30 feet, which takes me off the map.
You 2 will be on the dock.
Because I go straight over the fountain.
All right. And that will bring up Sarek the Blade.
Sarek's.
Here, let me show you what you're looking at, Sarek.
All right.
With the magic of television,
Well, I love TV.
Is this gonna be like the Willy Wonka thing where like you get to go into the TV?
Ooh,
Because I don't want to be stuck like Mike TV was.
No.
no,
It's taking it a second. Albert's thinking.
that's fine.
So we have Dreft, Laz, and Sarek with the
And that's a-
Queen.
That's a ship right in front of us.
That is a ship right in front of you. You
Ship,
see
but
on
not
the
our ship,
prow
right?
of the ship the drowned ferret.
Oh, that hurts just a bit. Okay. Ooh, that's still some distance. He's going to have to continue his dash action to the ship, calling back for Dreft to follow him. And as soon as he gets onto the ship, is anyone on the ship?
Oh, yes. Give me
Alright.
an insight check.
Uh-oh. I don't like... Actually, I don't mind insight so much. Yeah. 22.
I need everyone but Sarek to earmuff. So, Sarek, the captain looks past you to the figure you're carrying. A glint of recognition in their eyes. They will quickly remove the hat that they wear. Llewellyn, is that you? Weakly. Yes, it is me, Tamarin. Please, once the rest of them get here, we've got to get out of here. You heard her, lads. Prepare to set sail. Up we go. And the crew will burst into action.
Yeah, at this point, he's going to go, cool. He's going to set her down, pull Airbrain's place, and step back onto the dock and get ready to hold the dock until the rest of his crew shows up.
All right. Greft and Laz, y'all will see Sarek step aboard the ship. You'll see the captain remove his cap. You will see him set the Queen down as the crew begins to make busy, as if getting ready to cast off, and he will step back onto the dock, pulling his blade, setting his stance. And that will bring up Dreft.
Into the whisper there. So do you want me here or do you want me closer to you?
We need to get the rest on the ship as quick as possible.
Dreft will just stand where he's at and he will pull out his hand crossbow and just hold until the rest of them get here.
All right. Back to the square. It's the sage's turn.
Oh God, poor Sage.
Don't think he's going to make it.
I don't know. I killed the guy that was right on him, so he's got a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, but we kind of ran off and left him on his own.
I
Well, he
tried.
made it.
Okay.
I'm
He
still
made
there.
it up to Brika. Number here, 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 here. Number one is attacking the Beholderkin. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And 15 to hit.
Nope.
All right. Number two will step up of the back quadrant and attack the Beholderkin. And that's another fucking one.
Ha ha!
That dice is going in timeout.
Please kill each other.
He lost his weapon. All right. Time for you, Nan. I'm sorry.
Cousin, I think I need some help. She's going to use the last use of her wild shape to
No,
summon.
it's not
her-
your turn.
Oh no,
they're
it's attacking me.
you.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. This is what I get for trying to figure out what to do while listening.
Ain't that always the way?
Uh huh.
By the way, speaking of figuring out what to do, I just want to say that while Tyr was having his earmuff with Cyric, I could have sworn that he was trying to signal to me to steal third.
This is gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt me too.
Yeah, not as much as it's gonna hurt Nan, but yes.
24 points of damage.
Ooh.
And you will need to roll 4 1d4s and take that damage.
And I need to roll for my
Gotcha.
Well, I'm not even gonna bother to roll for the concentration on the entangled because there's no one in there, is there? Oh no, yes there is.
Yeah.
3 of them
So
are
you'll
still
have to make
entangled.
4 10 or better.
10 or better con checks, right?
Yep.
With advantage if you're a warcaster.
I don't remember if I took Warcaster. Isn't that bad? Isn't that terrible? I don't remember what I've taken. Beep.
You do not. You took
I did
Elemental
not. I
Adept
took
and
that-
Spell Sniper.
I took Warcaster with Kalira, not with.
Clear, yeah, it's hard to keep them straight when you're playing two
Yep.
characters in 2 campaigns in the same world.
All right. Well, the first one is a 10 on the nose. That's a 13. And that's a 19. Yay!
Okay, so that was that 4.
3. No, that was 3 of them. I gotta roll one more. Ah, that one's an 8.
Plus your con.
Oh yeah, plus my con. Haha. I'm just reading off the die. Plus 3. So yes. That's 11.
All right.
My brain is
Right.
mush tonight. Sorry.
Number 1 is attacking Rika. 18.
That hits.
That is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
A nat 20. Yeah, baby. Go get him. 18 points of damage. Thank you,
Ow.
Patrick, for raising the roof with me. I give you a point
Ow.
of inspiration.
Rika's like, she's hurt. She's not like terribly hurt, but she's hurt.
Okay, that's all of them. That brings us up to Nan.
All right. Cousin, I need some help. And Esmina's going to use the last expenditure of Wild Shape to summon her Wildfire Spirit. Boop, boop, boop. So a fiery spirit will appear in a space of my choice within 30 feet of me. I'm going to have it appear in the open space just above Nan.
I
So
put a
that
token on the board. You can use that to set the wildfire spirit.
All right, and then it takes its action after hers. So on its turn, it's going to use fiery teleportation. The spirit in each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it, in this case, Nan, will teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space that we can see. So Nan and the spirit will momentarily disappear, reappearing at the corner of the fountain on the other side of the guards. And when that happens, each creature within 5 feet of the space that the spirit just left needs to pass a dexterity save or take 1d6 plus my proficiency bonus fire damage.
Nice.
What is the DC?
16.
They both pass.
Because there was only 2 of them within 5 feet of the spirit, right? All right. So they won't take the damage from the spirit. But Nan and the spirit are now moved.
Brika, your turn.
All right. Gonna spend the 1 sorcery point to make a heightened spell and cast Firebolt at number 1 and also at number 4.
Heightened or twin?
Sorry, twinned. Thank you. All right. Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay. Five points of fire damage. And then
That
on
will eliminate number 4.
Okay. Woo! Got a natural 20.
No,
so that's
no, never mind. I thought you were over here on this 4. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I'm on the 4 by my aberration.
Yeah, my bad.
Or I'm sorry, whichever. What one? Yeah, I think one of them the number is blocked.
It's number 2 and number 1's by the aberration.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I guess number 2. And it was number 1, the number 1 that's right next to me. I rolled a natural 20, so that's a 28 to hit.
On what?
I haven't rolled my second. Oh, that's right, never mind. Well, that would be the aberration now. That's my turn. See, you got me all
Okay.
messed up because numbers of these guys. What's wrong with you repeating numbers, Tyr? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 over there.
I wasn't thinking.
I'll re-roll it. Aberration. He's
No,
got.
I'll give you the nat 20 on the aberration.
Okay. Well, he's
So
gone.
that's base die of what's the damage?
It is. It's
What do you roll?
1d8. So,
So it's 8 plus 1d8.
yep. So I rolled an 8. Ha. Plus 3,
That's
so
16.
19, and then it's plus my spells, whatever. So that's right. It's 21 points of psychic damage. And
Number 2 looks hurt.
And they get a second attack. That would be a 22.
22 will hit.
6, 14, 17, 19 points of psychic damage.
And that'll do in number 2.
That's it. Sorry.
All right, Laz.
Okay. So I'm there, and um, 30 feet. I'm gonna take my movement to move back up the gangplank, the dock, whatever it is, to there. And then I can still see the square where the rest of our friends are, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts at a couple of those guards.
Okie doke.
I have plenty of range for that. I'm gonna pick the 2. I'm gonna pick number 5s. Both of them.
All right.
By the way, for point, I did the measurement on my Eldritch Blast just to give you an idea of its range. From the center of the fountain next to the Beholderkin to the edge of the map is my range.
Okay.
It's 120 feet. So, yeah, Two blasts coming at number 5 and number 5. That is a 17 and an 18 plus 9.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. So that is a cocked die. The first one takes 10 points of damage. The second one takes 7 points of damage. Both force damage, and they both fly back 10 feet. And maybe they knock over their compatriots. I don't know. That's up to you.
They do not. The dice said new.
Either way, I bought Nan some breathing room.
All right. Sarek. You're muted, Sarek.
Seeing that Brika is in trouble and falling behind, he's going to head back, take his move action, and head back down the dock since he's out of dash actions at this point. And he's going to yell into the Wispinator, Brika, get out of there! Actually, rather low, gravelly.
Okay, so you're moving back.
Yep, 30 feet. So
So that'll put you here.
all right. Ooh.
And that will bring up Draft.
Do I still get an action?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't done this in a while. And I can do it so I miss Nan. His action, he's going to breathe in and then breathe out a nice bolt of lightning 30 feet long. I'm going to try and tag number 3 and number 5. I think I should be able to get without hitting.
You mean 3
Man.
and 4?
Yes, 3 and 4.
All right. Let's see. What's the saving throw on that?
It is a DC 16 save for half, and it does.
What stat?
Dex.
They both pass by the skin of their teeth.
All right, so they take half of 3d6 lightning damage. 12. So they take 6 points of lightning damage. And that will be his turn.
All right. The sage will look at you, Brika, and go, what do I do? Seeing the massive guards in front of him.
Fight or run. There's not much else we can do.
I can't fight.
Today's the day to learn.
So he's going to run, and we'll take an attack of opportunity from number 10. Or from number 1. As he moves his 20 feet. And is cut down like a dog.
We tried.
No.
I mean,
No!
Number 1's attacking you again, Brika. First attack. 17.
hits.
11 points of damage. Second attack. 19.
She's down.
Fuck.
All right.
Tyr,
Yes.
sorry, I didn't unmute fast enough before. The sage is just within 30 feet of me,
Yeah.
right? I have a reaction that I would like to use. Cauterizing Flames. You gain the ability to turn death into magical flames that can heal or incinerate. When a small or larger creature dies within 30 feet of you or your wildfire spirit, a harmless spectral flame springs forth in the dead creature's space and flickers there for 1 minute. When a creature you can see enters that space, you can use your reaction to extinguish the spectral flame and either heal or harm the creature. So could I use a use of my Cauterizing Flames to create a flame where the sage just died.
Let me measure here.
Because I'm pretty sure he's like right at the edge
Edge
of
to
30 feet
edge.
from me.
He's right at the edge of 30 feet. He's not making death saves. He's dead because the damage doubled his max hit points. So it wouldn't do anything.
No, it doesn't heal him. It creates a flame that I can then use.
Oh, yeah,
other
that's
things.
fine.
Okay.
There
Thank
we go.
you.
Fire, fire.
So that also
So-
means my beholderkin is now gone, right? If I
Yep.
died. Yep. Okay. Boop. He was almost dead anyway. He only had 6 hit points left. Rest in peace, Herbie.
Number 3 is moving to Nan. Number 5 is moving to Brika. Number 3, number 2, number 5 are holding where they're at. Number 4 is backing away from the flames. Number 1 is moving to Brika. Number 3 is attacking you, Nan. That'll miss. 2 6s in a row. God damn these dice. Let's try the ambassador dice. That'll bring up Nan.
Ames, you said Brika is down?
Yes, she's doing death saves. That 19 points brought her to 0.
All right. Shit. Do I have... I do. It's not much, but I'm going to use a healing word on Brika.
What's the range?
60 feet.
She is well within that. Go ahead. Roll the health points.
I can pick up the D4. Lordy. It's only 5 points, but it gets her back this side of death saves for the moment.
You're restored with 5 points of health, Brika.
Woo!
Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny. Laz,
Tier?
D100, please.
Tier?
Yes.
That was my bonus action. Healing word's a bonus
Okay.
action spell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please continue.
So- It's okay. And then because this guard is like right on top of her, she is going to have the spirit. She's gonna command the spirit, and then the spirit takes its turn using fiery teleportation again to move her 15 feet away from the guard there. So that should put them to the other edge of the fountain.
Okay, he
Her
will
and the
pass his
spirit.
saving throw.
All right, so it won't take any damage. Oop, grab the entangle instead of the spirit. So he won't take damage, but Nan moves away.
What'd you roll, Laz?
60.
The ground will begin to tremble and rumble. In the distance, you will see one of the silver spires collapse. The sky will turn purple as lightning begins to dance. Aboard the ship, you'll hear, "Oh, that's not good." A crevice will open, swallowing 5, 2, and 3. Rika, your turn.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna spend another point to make a... I'm gonna spend 1 point to quicken a spell, come on. Sorry. There we go. So that I can make casting my cantrip Blade Ward a bonus action. So I'm going to put that on myself and then cast Firebolt on one that is on, I guess you'd say the left side. Yeah, the left side of me. The one that came from, that was attacking the Beholderkin.
Okay. Go ahead and
So
make
that,
attack roll.
yep, that's a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Okay.
What spell did you cast on yourself again?
Blade Ward. It's a cantrip. All it does is my next, you extend your hand to trace a sigil warding in the air until the end of your next turn. You have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks.
Oh, okay.
See, I smart.
How much damage?
That was 18 points of fire damage.
He looks hurt. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Laz.
Yeah, this is about to get bad. From where I am, just on the docks there, is there an angle that I could possibly hit number 5 from?
Let's see. From where you're at, you could hit him.
Sure. All right, I'm gonna blast number 5. Twice. Well, I don't think that first one's gonna hit. 4 and 9, 13.
13 misses.
But 17 plus 9 is numbers. To
That'll hit.
20. And so he takes 7 points of force damage and is knocked back 10 feet.
All right.
Which hopefully gives Brika a little bit of breathing room.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Sarek, you're up. And you're muted.
Right, there's a crevice in between 3 and 4, essentially.
Yes, let me.
Why don't
Allow
you
me to.
can drop my wall at this point. It doesn't need to be there. You can just use that to mark the crevice if you want.
Crevice.
Cool. Not cool. Well, either way, he's going through number 3. With just a low guttural roar, he charges into number 3 with Arabane's patience swinging.
So, what's he feeling right now?
He's feeling concern and anger.
Alrighty.
Because he's fairly sure he might not be able to get to Brika in time.
What's Brika feeling?
She's she's angry, and she's also extremely tired.
What's Drift feeling?
Nervousness, impatience, frustration, anxiousness.
And Esmina?
Esmina is fairly calm, though concerned, but there's absolutely undertones there of sheer panic. like in the background.
Excellent. All right, go ahead and make your attacks, sir.
All right, he's going to use his gained use of fighting spirit to make that with advantage as he moves up
Okay.
15 feet. Or what? That's what? 10 feet to move up.
Yeah, 10 feet.
First attack is a 26.
That hits.
For 18 points of slashing.
Okay.
Oh. 31.
That hits.
Not quite a critical. That's only 16 points of slashing.
That'll do it.
And how far from there do I get for movement?
You can move to here.
Okay, making the jump across the crevice.
Yeah, if you come across the most narrowest point.
All right, he'll make the move to there. And that will
All
be his
right.
turn. Oh, I get 10 pin points for that too. Haha.
Dreft.
Draft is going to take aim where he is at, taking the bonus action to steady aim, and is going to fire a crossbow bolt at number 4.
Okay.
As he has not moved farther down on the docks. So hand crossbow with advantage. 19.
19 hits.
Okay, so that'll be for 9 piercing damage and then 13 sneak attack damage.
That will destroy number 4. They die in a very grotesque, loud manner.
Perfect. You got him like right in the throat.
Got him right in the throat. It's like,
Perfect. And that'll be Dreff's turn.
all right. Sorry, Brika.
No, you're not.
That is the third natural one I have rolled.
Yes.
Yes.
See what fate says.
Throws his sword into the crevice.
The one on the
Or
left
falls on
loses his weapon. No, he didn't fall on it. He just lost his weapon.
Well, damn.
But the other number one takes a swing. That'll miss. That will hit. That'll be 4 points of slashing damage.
Halved.
Yeah.
Why halved?
Because I have Blade Ward.
Resistance. Blade Ward.
Resistance. Okay, so 2 points.
Okay. Still not
Number
looking good.
5. Number 5 is rushing you, Sarek. Cocked. Dirty 20.
That will hit.
It's 9 points of slashing damage.
That's 3, so
25 will
Yeah.
be another 9 points of slashing damage.
So that's 6 and 6 due to his armory mastery.
And that will bring up Nan.
Okay, I have an odd question here.
And if I can answer it, I shall.
Before I go, the spirit has a movement speed. Is it also able to dash or only move its speed?
It can take an action and dash.
Accidentally mute myself. She's going to call out to command the spirit to get to Brika. And I'm really failing at character sheet tonight. No, that won't work. Because that would get Brika 2. We don't want that. Oh, but I could do that. I am going to so Earth Tremor has a 10-foot area. I'm going to drop it so that it is behind the number 1 that is to the left of Brika on the map, so that Brika is not within its range.
Okay.
It's going to set off Earth Tremor. And the creature there needs to make a DC 16 dexterity save.
Another fucking one.
Aha!
This
On a-
dice goes in timeout.
On a failed save, the creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Okay.
If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until it is cleared.
All right. Go ahead and roll the damage.
4 points of damage.
And I'll put a red ring around him that he is prone.
Mm-hmm. And then the spirit will, in fact, do as Nan has asked and use its action to dash, which should just get it to Brika. It does have a hover speed, so it can go right over the crevice and get itself to Brika. And
All right.
that is both our turns.
Please roll a D100 for me, Nan. The
Oh,
dice
no.
picked you this time.
Oh no. 13.
It begins to rain. Torrent. Downpour. A flaming whoosh of a tornado will rush through part of the square. Destroying the part in red as it moves away from you. Do what, Laz?
I said that's definitely not normal. That's not what you would call a natural disaster.
No, it's not. And that will bring up Brika.
Okay. Gonna spend the 1 point to quicken and cast my Blade Ward again. So,
Okay.
end of my next turn, I will be safe from any type of melee attack, basically, or resistance to it. And then this time, we are going to cast... Hold on a second. I gotta get to my right spell slot. Level 3 Vampiric Touch on...
Can't.
What?
Bonus action can only be cast with cantrips.
I did bonus action on my cantrip, which was Blade Ward.
Right, and when you use a bonus action spell, you can only cast cantrips along with it. You can't cast a bonus action
Okay.
in a normal
All right.
spell.
Okay. That's fine.
That's the rules. Bonus action can only be cast with cantrips. Once you use a bonus action spell, you can only use cantrips, is what I'm trying to say.
Is
Okay.
Blade Ward a cantrip? Or
The
is
Blade
it-
Ward
It
is a cantrip. She cast a cantrip, but she quickened it to cast it as
A
a
cantrip.
bonus action. So
Yeah.
she's
Right.
still only casting a cantrip and a regular spell in one action, which should be equivalent. But you're ruling.
Bonus action, by making it a bonus action, she can only cast a cantrip.
She's turning. I think what she. Are you turning your action cantrip into a bonus action cantrip?
Yes.
That's what's happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's fine. It's okay. Moving on.
You could just do it. You could just do it the opposite way. It would make no never mind that. If you used your quicken spell to quicken whatever spell you were about to cast to be a bonus action, then you could use your regular action for your cantrip.
I think the problem is, yeah, it's my sorcery points I have left.
Okay.
So
So,
that's something to keep in mind. I wouldn't allow it this turn because we've already
yeah.
rolled dice and stuff, but something to keep in mind going forward.
Yep, it's fine. 26 to hit.
That hits.
Where did my... There it is. Sorry, I lost my D10. I was like, wait a minute. Where did you go? That is 15 points of fire damage.
All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. You said 15?
Yes.
I have to do math. That'll take out number 1.
Phew. Thank goodness.
All right. That'll bring up Laz.
Can I hit number 1 from where I am?
I'm going to say because he's prone, no.
No.
You wouldn't have a clear shot. You could attack with disadvantage.
No, I'm cool. Because I think that. Yeah. No, I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast until I have a target.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to try and blast number 5 because Syric's in my way, and yeah, so I'll just hold until I have a target.
All right. They'll bring up Sarek.
All right, seeing his opponent, number 5, step up into him, he's going to take a 5-foot step diagonally around him. So he has the guy pretty much pinned up against the wall
Okay.
and stay with range. And then he's going to take 2 swings with Airbeam's Patience. Uh, 17 hit.
17 just hits.
Oof. 16 points of slashing. Second one.
That'll do him.
Sweet.
Is that your turn?
I still have, 25 feet of movement?
Yep.
He's going to move up next to Brika,
Okay.
and that'll be his turn.
Drift.
Drift is just gonna call into the Wispinator. We need to leave now. We need to leave. And then it's just gonna hold his action for if anything comes out at them. More specifically, if anything tries to attack Nan, he is going to attack it with his hand crossbow.
All right. I'll tell you what, Drift, you're the last one to go. Roll a d20 for me. We're going to see if number 1 runs.
I think a natural 1 would mean that he runs, right?
Runs like hell. That'll bring us out of combat.
Sorry about that. I tried to unmute and accidentally hit the camera button. Since we've come out of combat, Nan is going to hit her Wispinator, or Asmina is going to hit the Wispinator and tell Brika to go to the flame. That is right there near her,
Yep.
where the sage fell.
Brika would
As-
walk. Yeah, that's like a little over to her right. She'd walk over that way.
As soon as she's within reach of it, she's going. Asmina's going to close her hand, extinguishing that flame, and Brika's going to receive 2d10. What is it? 2d10 plus 4 healing, which will be 14. 14 points of healing.
As soon as Brika, he feels the healing coming through kind of Brika, feeling some bit of relief, he's picking her up, and Sarek is running. And I will take a point of exhaustion to use another dash to get his ass moving.
You don't have to use the point of exhaustion. We're out of combat. But let's see who the dice picks this time. Nan, D100.
67.
Another fissure will open, swallowing the building to your right. Are all of you running to the ship? What was that, Laz?
I said, and half of each of those horses. Oh no.
Oh, it took the horses with it.
Oh no, not the horses.
Horsies. Think we need to be moving. Come, quickly.
You're saying that as Sarah sprinting past you. With Nan, with Brika over his shoulder.
Drift will be the last one on the boat.
Y'all board the drowned ferret. The captain gives word. Yes, go ahead, Les.
Oh, I was going to say, just as a precaution, as they're getting on, Laz uses silent image to make it look like half the dock has fallen away, so that there's a section, a 15-foot section of the dock that is not there. So that
Okay.
anyone trying to come out will have to take a moment to pause to realize that it's just an illusion. But yeah, just to buy them that extra minute if they need it.
Okay. You all board the drowned ferret. The captain give word. The moor lines let loose. The ship will begin to rise into the air, climbing as the rain torrentially downpours. Lightning flashes, cracking, the taste of alkaline in the air as the lightning comes close to the ship. The second spire will fall. Queen Llewellyn will drop to her knees weeping. And this is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. We're going to get our beverages of choice and our snickety snacks. as chaos reigns, the skies growing darker, the thunder rolling, shaking and vibrating to the center of your core. The ship tossed to and fro as it tries to gain altitude, lightning crackling around it as the ground beneath that you can see is opening, devouring the city. There is a ripping of time and space. You feel as if every molecule in your body is shattered, reconfigured, and put back together again. You travel through a technicolor phantasmagoria, and then it's over. The skies are clear. The city in ruin and rubble. The water beneath you, a different shade of blue. What would you like to do?
Here,
Yes.
looking about, as Mina is gauging where they are, what she can see.
Give me an investigation roll.
Alrighty. I have hiccups. Sorry.
While she's looking about, Sarah's going to see to Brika and then do Will and Rose to make sure they're both okay.
That's going to be 22.
You see an island that you don't remember seeing before. The outskirts of land. It's way, way off in the distance. But from the altitude you're at, you can see it.
Okay, so where we are, we're hovering above the water, but we can see the ruined city.
Yes.
And out in the opposite direction, I'm guessing, I can see the edge of an island that was not there before.
Correct.
I do not mean to, well, trouble anyone, but she will point in the direction. Does anyone else see that?
Do we see it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can all see it once it's pointed out.
I do not recall that island being there before.
I don't either.
We did not
La-
fly over an island on the way in.
Laz starts searching the skies, looking for the Valkyrie.
So, thank you. That reminds me. I've got to recon something. I never named the big ship. The Valkyrie was the Minotaur ship. The
Oh.
big ship is the Star of Queens.
Okay. Then I'm looking for the
So-
Star of Queens.
You don't see it.
Can I still feel
Yeah, you still feel
our
your
ship? Do I get any sense where my ship is?
No. Checking on Llewellyn Rose, give me a medicine check.
15.
You've seen enough death to know that she's dying.
Esmina, help please. Llewellyn is dying.
Of course. Esmina will make her way over and kneel down next to her. I am a bit depleted, but I will do my best. I'm gonna use a second level cure wounds. Would be nice if I grabbed the right dice. 8s, not 10s. And I'll give her 12 points of healing for Llewellyn Rose. As Esmina kneels next to her and places a hand on her, concentrating. There's a soft glow.
Give me a medicine check. Desmina.
Yes, sir. $28.
You feel the magic give vitality back to the Welland Rose, but something's wrong. They're still dying. It's as if there's something somehow less than, as if something is missing that would keep them alive.
Is she conscious?
He is.
Your Majesty.
Yes.
I am not sure what to do for you. Perhaps you could lend some guidance. How can I help you?
My magic is gone. Need magic.
How can I give you magic?
She will go unconscious.
Esmina is racking her brain. Is there any way she can think of?
Do we still have any Hytherium?
Oh, that's a good question. Nan and Esmina would not have that. Who collected the vials?
Dreft did.
I was gonna say, I know we don't have the box in our possession, but I thought we had at least one or two, because I think one of us touched it.
hmm And then I think the elves themselves dropped a couple too.
I don't know. It's not on my character sheet.
Hmm.
I remember you collecting the vials. So we'll roll for it. Roll a d20. Give it a 50-50. High, you have them. Low, you don't.
Very hard to write, Mr. Malcolm.
You do not.
It rolled a 20, and then it rolled off of the 20 onto a 2.
Mm-mm. You get to roll again.
Why is that?
I'm going to reverse the flow.
He has that power with his blade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An 18.
You have the 2 vials of Hytherium.
Let me just go ahead and add those while I'm thinking about it.
Huh.
I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to, and Dreft will pull out one of the vials of Hytherium.
From what
This
you
is-
all told us, it's liquid magic, correct?
That's what they
Here
said
it is.
before.
Tyr, does Esmina know how to administer this?
Give me an Arcana check.
Can I help with that?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
All right. I rolled 2 15s, plus 2, so 17.
Drinking it might work.
She will lift the queen's head and attempt to pour the liquid into her mouth to try to get her to swallow it.
Dexterity check.
A dex check, not a medicine check.
Yep.
I suck at dexterity. Really good at medicine. I suck at dexterity, y'all. So that's +1, so 16.
15's the magic number. The Hytherium slides down her throat. To a normal individual, Hytherium would be death. but to the Queen of the Fae, it is a life-restoring elixir. She will begin to glow a soft purple, her wings fluttering softly. She will take a deep, deep breath. Her eyes slowly opening. You restored my magic. How?
Well, fortunately, we had briefly had in our possession a magical box that drains the magic from magic users. And Dreft had held on to the contents that were created from it. It is a substance called Hytherium.
I have never heard of such a thing. I thought my magic was gone forever.
I was not sure that feeding it to you would work. But
I have to roll a D100 now.
thankfully it seems to have.
I rolled an 85. What happens next? She begins to glow softly, hovering about 3 feet off the ground, her body canting upright as her wings flitter and flap. She will cough a few times, a few drops of blood. Superficial. She'll be all right. She will look to you, Brika, as silver tears begin to fall, as she floats towards you, hands outstretched to cup your face. You're real.
I'm sorry we didn't find you sooner.
I've seen you in my dreams 1,000 times, but here you are, you're real.
Brika's just gonna, like, she sits there for a moment, but then she just absolutely, like, if it has to be around her waist and she's floating, she's still hovering, she just bear hugs around her waist, sobbing and saying, I'm sorry we didn't find you sooner.
The captain will remove his hat again. The rest of the crew just staring in disbelief. The mother and daughter weeping together on the ship. If anyone is not paying attention to this touching reunion, give me a perception check.
Unfortunately, Asmina would be fascinated watching this.
Dirty 20.
A 30.
Draft, Laz, you will see a Minotaur airship approaching. Bearing the standard of Tarios Frostmane.
That is not right. How can that be here?
Esmina will look toward you. How can what be here?
Last points. Minotaur ship.
Esmina looks where he's pointing. Oh,
Sure enough, it is a Minotaur airship carrying the standard of Tarios Frostmane.
oh dear. Does the sensation we felt before, is it possible?
We were returned to Runesh Kesha as the big storm and the cataclysmic thing returned the Silver Spires just to Runesh Kesha.
This might be a question for Her Majesty. Esmina will
Yes.
look toward the Queen and Brika and then back to the others. But perhaps we should give them a moment.
Yes, maybe. What would have that type of power?
If it was the Queen's magic that brought the Silver Spires off of Runeth Kesha, her losing her magic for a time might have ended the effect, returning us here.
True, but I'm unsure because those were the former queens that weren't the queens. Because they said they used the stones to move the spires off Ruth Kesha.
Tyr, looking back from where we are now, is the city still there? Still burning?
Yeah,
As Lazarian said, it might have been the Queen's magic that held the spires in place. When we killed the false Queen, if that dispersed the Queen's magic, that might have been enough to disrupt it.
you will hear a shattered voice trembling from tears. That is correct. I used the stone to move the Silver Spires to its own realm, but it was the magic of the Queen of the Crown that held it in place. When they took my magic and took the throne, it was still held in place. But when they were slain and my magic gone, the city began destroying itself, ripped through time back to Runeth Kesha.
Your Majesty, you're saying that we are back in Runesh Kesha right now?
Yes.
Then was the entirety of the Silver Spires brought back here, or just the city?
It should have been the entirety.
So then, your great airship should be here somewhere.
We can only hope it survived.
He babied it.
Well, our ship is inside your ship, and our ship is intact.
Tyr, what can we see of this Minotaur ship that's coming closer?
It is a beautifully Minotaur crafted airship. The standard is the standard of Tarios Frostmane. The name of the ship is the Wave Dancer 2.
We don't talk about Wave Dancer 1. Right. So, first order of business, I turn to look at Cyric. Why are they helping us? And I gesture at the crew of this ship.
He just simply points at the captain. He recognized the queen.
Captain, we thank you for your assistance, and will require it a bit longer if you are amenable.
Just doing what any brother would do.
Nonetheless, it is appreciated.
Brother.
Aye, lass. I'm your uncle, Teneric. I'm the bastard brother of the queen. He will laugh heartily. I rolled to see which ship would be in dock. And the dice put the Drowned Ferret there.
I guess we're lucky then. That's why you recognized us. You would have recognized her when everyone else was convinced we'd killed her.
That reminds me. Is anyone else hurt?
Rika just kind of nods. She still looks rough.
Here, all of you, come close for a moment, please. You don't need to be too close, though, Nan says. Gonna use my last 5th level spell slot and cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Alrighty.
So each of you get back. Da, da, da. 20 points of healing for everybody.
Oh, thank you.
That gets me up over half. Yay!
You see the one little like paper cut on his scale heal up.
Yeah, the last had a scratch. It's not there anymore.
And that can hit 6 creatures, so the 5 of us and Queen Llewellyn Rose. In case she still needs it.
They will begin flagging the Minotaur ship. A series of nautical gestures with 2 different colored flags. One of the crewmen watching the ship through a spyglass will nod and whisper into the captain's ear. The captain will give coordinates and the ship will begin moving away from the city and away from the Minotaur ship as it turns back towards that island that you now know is Morton's Deep, the home of Taladagarios, the Minotaur Kingdom. And this is where we're going to take our second break. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. though, your DM has fallen sick, and I'm going to have to call the game at this point. But this is a good stopping point. I do apologize. My throat is killing me, and it's very difficult to talk. So at this point, we're going to have people remind you of who they are and where you can find them.
Greetings, gamers. I am Raph the Mad, and I've been the voice of Sarek the Blade, the angry dragonborn running all over the map. I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 at dice.camp on Mastodon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley. I was the voices of Nan and Esmina tonight, and you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I've been Laz or Lazarian, and you can find me on the social medias at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Vitakin, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi there, this is Ames. I was the voice of Rika, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. We love you guys. I can't do the outro tonight. Just love you.